Welcome back, more Rogue Trader. We're on Kiva Gamma? Kiva Gamma. That's where we are. Alright, so we're here. We got Hanwix with us. Ready to go.
This Explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Yes, Mr. Explorator. I can push buttons. Go grab the goods. Come back over here. And we can't attack them.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable. Request approved.
Okay. Talk to them. Started before you appears to performing some elaborate and confusing dance. Okay. Strange scene. It's complemented by a grunting sound. Observe it closest to you. Based on cursory inspection, you conclude that the servitor was designed for precision work on the assembly line, possibly circuit production. Number of high quality, expensive augments. It's reaching towards me. Strike its hand. The blow breaks off the servitor's arm cleanly in the joint. It falls to the floor, but the servitor does not notice. It pokes the air with its stump, then goes still. Find the source of repeating clicks. Soon enough, you locate the source of the clicking. On the back of one of the servitors, a tumor oozing with murky ichor. It's growing straight through the augments. The relays coated the inflamed tissue are blocked. Hence the reason for the persistent clicking. Mutation in the servitor tech priests typically reject the use of flawed soft tissue for their constructs. Perhaps something has caused this aggressive growth. Cut it away. We cut it. Liberted relay lets out a rapid burst of clicks. And sparks flash before your eyes, and something begins to hum deep inside the servitor's flesh. As if on cue, the servitors stop moving, lowering their arms, and turn to you. Crew 24, second lane of the manufacturing room, commencing work. State your request. Stay here. Okay. So, why her? Before you use an ancient but wholly typical console, view the log. Typical data crypt. The vast data repositories contain millions of strings related to receiving raw materials for processing, shipping, processing. Manufacturer once operated like one gargantuan, well-oiled mechanism. Okay. Look at this one. View the log. View the third log. It's magical. Your knowledge of machine spirits is sufficient to trick the system and subdue it to your will. A false query, a crafty manipulation of the controls. The instrumental terminals have already been replaced. The material delivery system are being prepared for divine transformation. The execution of the new procedure has been delayed. And for some in our ranks who doubt the words of the fabricator censor and his votaries, and there are some who are not susceptible to the enhancement protocol that carries our tech comrades to enlightenment, may the deliverers of fate be merciful to them. Inaction is death, and I must be returning to our great work. Praise be to the truth that will reveal the path to the knowledge shrouded in darkness. High-ranking tech priest. The Supreme Assembly unsealed the vaults of sacred design and committed those deemed redundant or heretical to purifying disposal. Today, dozens of standard procedures were lost to be replaced by new ones, which the fabricator sensor will deliver to those who demonstrate the greatest devotion to serving the truth. But the databanks contain no notion of truth. Could there have been, may the all-knowing one, the gracious keeper, forgive me, an error in the fabricator sensor's calculations? And he meant to say, serving the quest for knowledge? Okay, so we got some information. Some
What lies
information.
beyond?
This is quite the machine.
Your mind is swathed in blue-grey smoke, Master Van Calox.
Uh-huh.
A heavy color for heavy thoughts, I presume?
You are a dangerous person, Lady Orcelia. Well, all navigators are, but your abilities place you in a special category.
Athletics. The 16 universal laws, the mysteries. Okay, I'm not gonna read those. It's super lore. Super nerd lore. Can't do that.
They will see. Oh,
Oh,
yes.
yes,
all
they will see. Tech priest. Uh-oh. Lumps protruding out of the tech priest's bedraggled robes. Mechanisms. You see haggard and sickly face under the archaic respirator. Augment identification. Request denied. Registering anomalous behavior within the servant's organics and an invalid noosphere response. Yeah, check him out. Carefully study the robe-clad figure. The black border of necrosis spreads out from around tech priest's implants. For some reason, his body is rejecting the true flesh. A moment later, you recognize the dominant smell in the bouquet of scents permeating the air around tech priest. He's rotting. Who are you? Magos, Custos of the Machine Sanctum, Tier 2 identification. Where's the fabricator sensor? Denied. The irregularity demands execution of Protocol 3942 in accordance with the fabricator sensor's decree. Okay. Gestures for me to come closer. He's gonna hurt me. Oh. Okay. Away we go. I see chaos. Run. Awesome. Magos Heretic. Plasma gun. And a frag grenade. I should have just killed this guy. That was stupid. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna throw this right down here.
Me?
Get
If you insist,
armor.
Lord Captain.
Buff.
I'm not
Pascal?
accustomed to being ordered around.
You're taking any damage. Buff Pandora.
I am a navigator,
Give
not a
Pascal a
servitor.
turn. First things first.
Beyond the sire knows.
If you get a crit, we get any point. You didn't get a crit. Oh, you did get a crit.
This is favorable.
Alright, Cassia. Let's Let's move over here.
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
Awesome. Smash him.
That is foolishness. If I may.
Put this here. Put this
Me?
here.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Okay. You. Word of the Emperor are homies. Shield the Emperor, everybody. I said deal damage. Damage increased by 18. Oh my goodness. This psych power can only be used when there's one ally. You got Reckless Rush.
Naturally.
Temporary wounds up. Shield the Emperor. Increase deflection by 1 and armor by 13,
Let's
baby.
see to it.
And then I would like to rush this guy.
Vengeance will be swift.
Yeah, just stand there. Ooh, why is this 0? Yeah, I'll give you some toughness. Yeah, you can just stand right.
The Emperor is on our side.
Okay, Rolf Offerman. I would like you to get out of this mess. But first, buff you.
It's as good as done.
Buff Henrix. Give,
On it.
she can't
I'll
burn.
make it happen.
So we'll just buff her
I'll see to
like
it personally.
crazy. And she will debuff these idiots. But they're not on fire.
A genius at work.
Okay, you get out of here. Yep.
Let's make some opportunities.
Okay. Yeah, some grenades. Servitors are servitoring. Okay, this is Pandora. He's on fire. So naturally we buff Jay. But you can't reach that guy. You on fire? This guy still has a turn, so let's hit him. And then we'll make it so he can't do anything, and I'll just run over here.
Through the cloak and gunfire.
That hurt. Debuff the servitor.
Let's see.
I actually hit him.
Down easy.
Another scar to my collection.
Alright, so first things first.
Intentional.
It wasn't intentional, don't worry.
My vow is to serve.
That's 4, so we want to take his buffs.
Request approved.
You buff yourself, blast that guy.
As the tactical imperative dictates.
Go stand here. I could kill this one. Are you serious? Man. I'm,
Did my luck finally run out?
Jay's getting cooked. What do you got left for health, Jay? 6? You might not make it out of here alive.
Am I getting paid for this?
Okay. Just give,
I can
Cassia a turn.
with the right incentive.
Cassia can buff you. Now you got 18 health.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Glorious. Can you get out of here?
Living on the edge.
Yes, you can.
You've got a problem. I've
shoot.
got a prize.
Alright, it's Cassia's turn. You're already buffed.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. If I may.
He will then...
The door of oblivion. Yawn wide.
Why is it doing a bunch of damage to them? Dead man switch. Ugh, gross.
Running binaric override. Request of mass equation.
105
Your
damage.
life is a negligible variable.
Okay. She can run. Can you run there and then
Emperor, give me strength.
stun these guys? They're both gonna run at her? Oh, they're not going to. It's fine, just stay there.
Scorn the pain.
Eric, buff yourself.
For the
this
throne's
magic button.
glory.
Can you reach that guy? I think if you go here, you can reach him. Charge. That'll cost you 1, right? So cost you 2.
Everyone, step aside.
We are on. I think we just keep on
Let's see if the
swinging.
Inquisition sends their regards.
Offerman.
Who, if not me?
There, she stopped burning. You buff. I guess I could just give her all the turns.
It's
but
as good as done. On
better
it.
to give you more turns.
Taking calculated risk is my
Nice
second
miss.
nature.
Okay, he ran away.
Our ranks diminish.
Yeah. Oh, he just ran through the trap. Him.
The Omnissiah knows all,
That guy.
comprehends all.
You're just gonna shoot through.
The scriptural proclamation successfully terminated.
Focus.
Running binaric significant value.
He's cooked.
The order is contrary to dogmatic protocols.
Okay. Let's buff
Tell me,
Cassia.
and it is done. Don't get too cocky.
Buff Cassia. Voice of command.
Am I getting paid for this?
And I can make her run out of here. She can just run over here.
Battlefields are always drowned
He doesn't
in
get to
sky.
attack us because of voice of command. Then I get to shoot a toxic needle
I
at
can-
this turkey. And then Cassia gets to buff. You're already buffed, aren't you? You're buffed.
I am a navigator, not a
There you go.
servitor.
You can't see your enemy. Only you can.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
So use this and then shoot him.
Don't get too cocky.
Okay.
I'm not such a race, at least.
You up over there. Oh, we leveled up. Everyone took damage. How unfortunate. Who's got demolition enough to stop that?
There.
Henrix?
One step at a time, amidst the madness.
It's a Ryobi pattern pistol. So that means Rolf Offerman. You have a Ryobi pattern pistol, so we don't care about that. We can do the level. Archetypes, assassin. Oh, we got our dispatch skill. So we got a combat, loses half its current armor deflection. Dispatch deals damage equal to 40% missing wounds. Ooh. Till the end of combat, assassin hits an opening, they gain lethality. Dispatch kills a target. No, we'll do this one. Just make dispatch better. And then I don't really know last volley. What does last volley even do? All allies, including technician, that have line of sight to the enemy inside the selected zone make an immediate single attack against a random enemy within that zone that they can target with their weapons. One random ally make 2 attacks instead during orchestrated firestorm and last volley. All allies, including the master technician, that have a weapon capable of burst attacks, use burst attack instead of single attacks. Oh my goodness. Until the beginning of next turn, automatically dodge all friendly fire. That's super good. Yeah, that's super good. I like that. They can hold. Allies in the area gain dodge and armor. Weapon skill. Take and hold. Every ally inside the area gains an extra turn with 1 AP and 2 MP at the start of the Grand Strategist's next turn. For every enemy that was killed in the selected combat area, the AP is increased by 1. I mean, I don't think I'm ever going to use it, so... You got your last volley. Yep. Burst attacks. Everybody's rocking burst attacks. Wild Hunt. I don't think I'm using much. Simultaneously makes several attacks. Number of attacks equal to the number of prey in combat. These attacks have equally divided among all prey in the bounty hunter's line of sight. The attacks always hit, always score crits. Prior to the attack, all prey suffer penalty to armor. Bounty hunter gains Agri bonus. If the bounty attacks one target, which is marked as prey, attack does tons of damage. That's super good. That's a boss killer right there. And you got steady superiority. Until the end of combat, Archer Flotilla can make 1 additional attack each turn. One additional attack at the end of this hero attack. The first attack after using this ability each turn afterward costs 0. First time in combat, the Archmilitant reaches 0 wounds, while under the effect of steady superiority, the Archmilitant restores wounds. Until the end of combat, every attack grants 2 bonus crits. Can use both Heroic Act of the Archmilitant archetype and the Heroic Act of Warrior Soldier in a single combat round. And grants dodge. I think this one. This makes it so you get up. And you're a tank, so get up. Great. You got some more warp down there. Great. Blood mixed with machine oil.
Ha! There will be no peace in my wake.
There's nothing else in there, right? Awesome. Cool.
Take heed, rogue trader.
Yep.
Shame.
Ouch. Ouch. Oh, your willpower. My goodness. Set up the ladder. Okay. Flex mechanic. Where are you? Heavily augmented man, filthy tattered robe. And in front you can see his detached cerebral cogitator peeking up front of his head. Nothing to fear from us. Heard my prayers. I thought I was alone in the kingdom of madness. Save me. Tell us what happened to you. I am Manufactorum Lex Mechanic. I performed the rituals of the machine spirit in Foundry 95 up until we started going mad. Priest devoted to the young science, then they started praising the dawn of something or other. They stomped the belts, and they desecrated the visages to the sacred machines with unholy symbols. Some of them resisted, the others grabbed them, tied them up, and then turned their implants to heresy. I saw the madmen, my former tech comrades, deliberately connect those poor souls to corrupt the cogitators, infected with the scrap code, and did nothing to stop them. I'm recording a violation of the commandment of thine own forge shall be true sentinel. How did you manage to avoid the same fate? I didn't avoid it. They performed the same procedure on me. I felt touch of unholy code. I allowed it to control me. I abandoned my sacred post and followed one of the traitors, serving his will and gathering all data for his blasphemous experiments. I was driven by unholy impulse coming from the depths of the auxiliary cog. Before I found a way to throw off the compulsion, I witnessed horrifying heresy, the extraction of true flesh and its decomposition on altars, perverse procedures that resulted in heretical abominations. I even accompanied a fallen Magos to the fabricator censor himself, and attended the unholy mass he led personally. It was a wicked ritual, full of willful deviations and blatant inaccuracies, all to create an ungodly monster in the name of the final dawn. Don't act like other priests. How are you? Yeah. Praise the gifts of the Omnisci. I managed to disconnect my external cogitator, which I use for primary data processing. The machine is corrupted. The scrap code is locked inside it, like a beast in a cage. But anyone who tries to look inside will fall victim to the heretical program. My primitive bane has been marked by corruption. I still see their silhouettes, hear their interference. I sense the malfunctions in my augmetics. But I was still saved from the great sacrifice. Oh, blessed are the workings of the Omnisci. Pencils over so slightly at his words. You see his hand casually straight to the middle of the handle of his weapon. Someone's imprisoned on the lower levels? The lay servants of the main units. They live in isolated segments under the sacred machine halls. I heard they were locked in there after the takeover. Then my crazed brethren charged the system for disposing the slag waste and covered the machines in cursed symbols. After they started the cogitator, they dragged the servitors out of the segments under the machine halls. Well, the survivors had turned into... yeah, gross. I'm a Lex mechanic. Gathering data is the purpose of my existence. They use me against my will. Scrapcode turns everyone into a slave. Before I rid myself of the cogitator, I was forced to serve alongside those who perpetrated the atrocities. How did they become crazed? Grace of the Omniscient left them, replacing free thought in progress with blackest corruption. I witnessed them desecrating structures blessed by the fabricator censor himself. Though, what do the blessings of the rotten traitor count for now? You mentioned monster. Not those contracts that were melted down in furnaces and sent to the depths of the manufactorum. It is some kind of semblance of a cogitator, a nightmarish parody of a sacred machine, powered not by the omniscient's grace, but by the unholy spirit and life force of the unfortunates imprisoned at the lower levels. I don't know much, except the fabricator censor saw that machine as special. It was special to him and to the crazies who defiled the Omniscient's abode with their obscene blasphemy. For the final ritual, he even called upon one of the Astartes heretics who arrived at the manufactorum after the start of the uprisings. He did something terrible, and only after that they were able to switch the machine on. It's a true abomination. What do you make of it? I must know more about the final dawn. I can give you the coordinates, but even though I was present for many blasphemies committed by those heretics, all the details that were captured and processed by true flesh are in the augmetic that was corrupted by the scrap code. I'm convinced that if I hadn't fought off the foreign compulsion in time, I would have been doomed. The corruption would have spread to my biological cogitator as well. I swear that no devout tech priest should come into contact with what's hidden in the once sacred device. Can the cogitator be disconnected and reconnected to the machine? Even if the very idea of exposing a whole machine to the scrap code wasn't profane in itself, my augmetics are not universally compatible. They cannot be connected to another machine spirit. They were created to interact within the system of my true flesh, to intervene my compulsor unit and output data via the inscriber. Once I am safe, I swear I will immediately perform the cleansing rite and destroy. In other words, there's only one way to extract the data stored in the cogitator. What are we talking about? If we connect it to the augmetic system, Lex Mechanic will serve as a conduit for transmitting the data. We'll learn the details, even if they are incomplete. Things he saw is now unable to recall. Know anything with that, I'll die. No, it'll be worse than that. I'll succumb to the corruption. I'm begging you, please. I'd rather be burned as a heretic. Failing to offer resistance against the enemies of the Omniscient, lost grace of the machine rank, and was recategorized as resource of the manufactorum. The defilement and torment of said resource, if committed in advance to the struggle against heresy, will not be deemed as apostasy or malfaction against the living soul. Upon expiry, the unit's utility disposal is recommended. So we can save him or dogmatic him for the good of the Imperium. Of course, the Inquisitor is going to rip this dude apart. Pinning the babbling Lex Mechanic, Henrik uses his free hand to feel the connectors to the external cogitator, and at the socket in the back of the captive's neck. Lex Mechanic struggles a few times, but when Henrik twists the reel on the cogitator's hanging wires, Lex Mechanic lets out a chilling howl, arches his back. She flinches. The scroll that creeps out of the inscriber's printer continues to grow, undulating in waves of parchment that settle on the floor. The crunch of the breaking bones can scarcely be heard over the hammering of the keys. After several minutes, Lex Mechanic's fingers are well and truly crushed, and blood is spattering over the inscriber. But that does not stop him from trying in vain to press the keys with the scraps of bones and skin that remain. Hendrix tears off the parchment and skims his eyes over it, sometimes frowning and looking away. It will take time to study in full, but at first glance, the data from Lex Mechanic's cogitators suggest something of the nature of the cult's major preparations. Refitting the manufactorial and community resources mentions the focus points. These are preparations for a large-scale chaos ritual. It appears the local cogitator, whatever that may be in actuality, is one of the key points in this list. You can learn more if you find a construct that was created on the fabricator sensor's orders. The coordinates are here, and it's located here in the bowels of the manufactorial. We had better hurry. That's the flame in the dark. Okay.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
Open sesame, Pascal.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Ooh. 10 ballistic and 25 crit damage. That's pretty nuts. That's pretty nuts. Uh, 10 ballistic, yeah. We'll lower your tech use for now. Alright.
What
We're gonna continue, where do we go? I guess we go down? Can't go that way. Can't go up. Can only go through. Alright, just go through. Ow.
What an illusion!
Yeah, there's nowhere to go.
You don't frighten me! In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
Everybody get on that, go down.
Color the uncolored.
Okay, actually you go run over here. The system is locked.
I'll chart a course for you.
So what, am I stuck? Okay. It feels like I'm supposed to go here.
Patience! Oh, my nerves are frayed.
Yeah.
Just need to tough it out.
My goodness.
Easily done.
Easily done indeed.
I will lead us to
Wow.
fortune.
Hold on, let me save. I have so much damage. I gotta return to the void ship. And then we'll come back. We'll see what happens. Okay, nothing happens. We'll see you next episode.